Dear Major League Soccer, why is the universe made of peaks and valleys and not just an infinite plateau of sublime contentment? Why are feelings made of waves with ebbs and flows that fluctuate on the tides of time? Why does the heart beat and not hum? Why must things that go up also always inevitably come down? Is the only way to truly know something to truly know the opposite? Sometimes, in the early purity of morning, after I've stumbled to relieve myself and drank hungrily straight from the faucet, I'll look in the mirror and I'll see you. And if I still had to pee, I'd wet myself from your cool and calculating stare, whispering, "We are you," with lips that aren't mine, screaming, "I love you," with a glare not from my eyes, uttering, with gestures from limbs unattached to mine. And in that reflection, I see years of torment, of unrequited love, of unreciprocated generosity, of malicious offenses meant to demean and corral that which you can't control, that which is opposite. The thing you see in the cold of night after emptying your loneliness into a tissue while listening to Dempsey rap is us. And that reflection doesn't taunt you. It whispers, "Go fuck yourself." Just as we only know we are here if the reflection is in the mirror, we can't truly know ourselves without knowing who others are. That's why we have friends. It's why we have heroes and villains. Why we love intimately those that are different in ways that lead us to discover more in ourselves and grow as humans. Contrast is a universal revealer. A valley always leads to a peak. Sometimes can't flow unless it ebbs. A rattle might hum, but a beat is eternal. When something is down, will it inevitably go up? The ups and downs of this season were exemplified in our match down in the city by the bay. If it wasn't the contrast of two complementary colors of green and blue that when mixed together make the color of every mid-90s Saturn sedan, it was the contrast of possession with purpose, disguised as the contrast of Audi looming down on the half-men of San Jose's back line as he stroked the ball with legs the size of John Bush. The traveling Timbers Army were the funhouse mirror, making the 1906 Ultras feel bloated and small and insignificant in their own halls. The notorious Wall of Portland was a rap battle disguised as a U.S. men's national team striker poaching and pinching and flinching and pouting and losing the aerials and losing the lines to an Argentine and a Brit, bookended by the vigor of youth and the brashness of learning. And even when Wando had beaten the line and laid Reggie Smalls to rest, with Villafania gently caressing his back in a pile of fuck-up, it was the young buck who was jawing the veteran at every opportune moment to get in his mealy-mouthed head. But being down to San Jose is how we get off. And with patience and virtue, we continued our gambit to lay haters to rest, to continue the season further into the fall. Our midfield was the contrast to our midfield of past, with the reckless vigor of Johnson, replaced with the monotonous consistency of Zemansky's aptness. Where once we had Valeri as a maestro of many melodies, we now had Legata, curious and pensive, yet always dangerous and ready and able to pounce for a goal or deliver a one-time slide rule that unlocks free space. 2014 Nagby, ever the foil of his 2013 self, burned holes in the man markers, and due to his contract with some cynical fate, was unfruitful from point blank, even against their tiny keeper. If Wallace was our savior, our awesome rod, who delivered a brace of deflections that was contrary to everything we've known this year, our luck has been made on the backs of the dead, meaning without bad luck, we'd have had none at all. But tonight was different. The deities ruling our world, shaped in clay by their hands, saw fit to reward us for never giving up hope. Our audacity to cope with every obstacle imagined, thrown our way on the lashing tongue of fate, or filed on a memo in Satan's briefcase, was finally acknowledged, and the chips all cashed in. The Goonies used to never say die, but we killed them so we could live another day. Love, Bob.